although we can't be sure about details. We've been told that Wayne Coyne, the lead singer of the Flaming Lips, has suddenly taken ill. This is Richard Parks reporting. I'm on a Texas highway. I'm following the flashing lights of an ambulance ahead of me that apparently is transferring Coyne to the hospital. This is unconfirmed, but earlier tonight, Coyne collapsed on stage. This ambulance is driving incredibly dangerously. We don't even know what kind of condition Coyne's in there. Earlier tonight, Coyne collapsed inside his space bubble. That's the giant clear ball he crowd surfs in. Oh my, I can't believe this. The ambulance is turning around on the highway. We're going the wrong way on the highway. We're just plowing through the oncoming traffic. I'm gonna try to follow this totally erratic driver. The ambulance is so top heavy. 2 of its wheels just came off the ground. The doors just swung wide open. Okay, we're definitely with Wayne Coyne of the Flaming Lips. I saw him inside the ambulance. He was inside his space bubble. They're pulling off into a field. I can see now there's a MEDIVAC waiting for Wayne. The scene here is just pandemonium. I'm out of the car.
Sir, can you hear me?
Making my way towards the team of EMTs around Wayne. One of them is on top of the space bubble, taking out some medical shears. Okay, they're cutting open Wayne's space bubble. The thing is just deflating all around him. I've got eyes on Wayne now. Oh, he looks terrible. They're strapping Wayne down to a gurney. He's accompanied by 1 woman and 1 man. Excuse me, sir, can you tell us anything about Wayne's condition?
Who are you?
I'm with the press.
This is a medical emergency. No press is getting back.
Okay, they're loading Wayne up onto the MEDIVAC helicopter. The thing's getting ready to take off now. I just spoke to Scott Booker, that's the manager of the Flaming Lips. I can see now that he's accompanied by Wayne's wife, Michelle. I've been denied access to Coyne's MEDIVAC, but I've got to see if I can sneak on. It looks like everybody got on the front. I'm going to try to get in through this door in the back. Okay, I've made it onto the MEDIVAC that's taking Wayne Coyne to the hospital. I'm hiding in the back behind a stack of parachutes and what looks like a guitar case. That's Wayne moaning, and you can also hear that's his wife, Michelle, comforting him. Still no details about Wayne's condition, but it looks like the team of EMTs is hooking him up to an IV. It could be something from the chopper's fumes, but there's this terrible sulfuric smell in the air, and
You guys, look at this.
that's Wayne's voice you're hearing. I'm gonna try to get closer.
Check out this thing on my leg.
I can see now there's a bulbous mass on Wayne's left leg. It's between the knee and the thigh. It's pink in color. It must be some kind of tumor. Oh, it's definitely where the smell is coming from. It's massive, just like the size of a melon. Looks like we're headed into the eye of a thunderstorm. Rain's coming in through the windows and the helicopter's pitching drastically. Rays of medical equipment are falling and... Pilot, what's going on up there?
Down by Okkervil River.
That sounds like the dude from Okkervil River.
Okay, this is strange, but Wayne Coyne seems to have ID'd our pilot as a man from a singing group called Okkervil River. Is that right, sir?
Yeah, I'm a MEDIVAC pilot on the side. You know, it pays the bills. The band is really more of like a side thing.
His name tag reads Will Sheff.
You want some coffee?
No, thank you. Mr. Sheff, my name's Richard Parks. I'm a reporter. Can you tell me what you're doing flying this chopper if you're a musician?
Yeah, I've been a pilot for a while now. Got my license after college. I failed the vision test, but we're switching over to...
I'm looking at Wayne's face, and it's just ashen. He's not responding.
Actually, the past few tours, the band's been getting around in this thing. It's a UH-1 Iroquois. Good for long hauls.
The EMTs are applying smelling salts. They're trying to revive Wayne.
You want to see what you can do?
Maybe we should slow down. Wayne's really suffering.
See, when I charge the thrusters, you get that funny I'm on a roller coaster stomach surge. But we just increased our speed 20
It looks like
times,
Wayne
so.
just got detached from his IV. Wayne? No response from Wayne. The tumor on his leg seems to be growing or pulsing or something.
I got cosmetic surgery supplies back there. Maybe we can make Wayne look like a young Dirk Benedict. Anyway, when I heard Wayne had an accident, I hopped in to pick him up. Texas isn't far from Oklahoma, and I'm a huge fan, so I wanted to do my part. Clouds Taste Metallic is just a phenomenal record. How's my guy doing back there?
He's not doing good at all, Will. He looks terrible. He's not responding.
What was it that got him? Laser in the cornea? Confetti cannon? I've always thought those confetti cannons were dangerous.
No, he started eating electronics, and then he collapsed.
Well, let's have a look.
The pilot is abandoning his controls. He's walking back into the seating area of the helicopter. It looks like he's going to try to inspect Wayne.
Shouldn't you be piloting this helicopter instead
But now
of
no one's
inspecting
manning the
Wayne?
controls of the chopper. We're spinning out of control again.
Wayne!
They put him on a sailing drip.
Sailing drip? Are you crazy? We need to get into his skull, let the dura mater breathe a little bit. I want to see some gray matter.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm a registered nurse as well. You have to be to get your MEDIVAC license. Hand me that trephine.
Don't you want to look at his leg first?
We can start with the leg. Let's have a look. Hand me that circular saw.
Hey, you know what? I think I've got a hand to this thing. It handles like my Segway.
And I'm looking at Wayne's knee. It's swollen up massively, like the size of a head of cauliflower. It smells like... I've smelled some tumors, but this is remarkable. Just festering. Hey, Wayne, how long have you had this thing? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna soothe this tumor with a song. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Well, this is strange. Our pilot, Will Sheff, has abandoned his controls and apparently is going to try to soothe Wayne Coyne's head-shaped tumor with a song.
Someone said to me, I'll come into your dream and speak it to you. I already knew. I found her in an attic where dramatically she leaned into me. She whispered these lines, wake and be fine. You've still got time to wake and be fine. Embraces me with more embraces in the streets. They hold me to strange, they grab onto me. We're carrying our years around us, so they're chasing down us. We're all here at the same time. Can we wake and be fine? Have we still got time to wake and be fine? Killers on the creep and villains in the crowd are carving apart our childhood house. Lovers in the sheets and dreaming lovers sweetly turning their sleep while under sunbeams everybody's crashing, running, calling out the coming of things they kind of can see. And someone said to me, it's just a dream. Why don't you wake up and you'll see that it's fine. Over endless fields of snow, you already heard, you already know. Rescue party finally lost their hearts and then they shattered their bones and died on the race line. So wake and be fine. You've still got time. So wake and be fine. 'Cause you can be fine.
While Will Sheff was playing Wayne Coyne a song, it looks like Lips manager Scott Booker took controls of the helicopter. But I don't think he knows how to fly this thing. I don't think we're going to clear that billboard. We're pulling up, but not fast enough. This is Richard Parks. I'm on scene with Wayne Coyne of the Flaming Lips, his wife Michelle, and the manager Scott Booker. We've had an awful helicopter crash. We're in a MEDIVAC helicopter trying to get Wayne to the hospital, and I don't know what state everyone's in now. I'm making my way across the rubble to try to find Wayne. Hello? Wayne? Michelle? Will Sheff? I don't see the EMTs. Scott? Is that you?
Richard, yes. Would you... You're on my leg.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I found Scott Booker, the manager of the Flaming Lips, who was flying the chopper when it went down. Scott, what's your condition?
Can you help me up? And
Sure, yes.
have you seen my arm? It's not here.
I don't see your arm. It appears Scott Booker's arm has been severed off in the crash. Scott, are you okay? Can you walk? Can I make you a tourniquet or something?
Don't worry about me. We gotta get Wayne to the hospital.
We're making our way across the smoldering wreckage to Wayne and Michelle. Wayne has a human head-shaped tumor on his leg, but he appears to be okay.
Scott? Where's your arm?
Well,
Scott Booker,
it's no
meanwhile,
longer
is bleeding
That much
profusely
I'm
out of
sure
his shoulder.
I was
Other than
hoping
that,
to,
it seems like this group
find
didn't
it.
sustain any major injuries.
I was thinking maybe Will Sheff could stitch it back on. He said he was an RN.
Will Sheff and the EMTs are nowhere to be found.
We need to get to the hospital.
It's like if Scott grabs one side of the journey and if Michelle helps him, I can take the other side. We're headed for a highway. I can see cars' headlights just about 100 yards off. Finally, I've a chance to ask you a question, Wayne. We've suffered an awful crash and you have a mysterious ailment. Can you tell us what's going on with your leg?
Well, I wish I knew for sure. All I know is it's this giant, ever-growing, pink, bulbous thing on my leg. It's kind of cool, but I'm afraid it might kill me.
Michelle, maybe you could describe what you see on Wayne's leg.
It's squishy and it's pink and it looks like a big giant piece of gum is trying to squish out of his leg, and it's all pulsating and making weird noises. It's freaky.
It certainly is nothing this reporter's seen before. It positively looks like a human head. It seems to respond well to music. It has an awful stench to it.
Hey, you guys, that car stopped.
Hey!
Okay, we've made it to the highway. I'm going to keep following this story. There's a car pulling to the side of the road, a large American-made convertible. Looks like it's being driven by a female, Caucasian, early 30s.
Hey, are you guys okay? Should I call an ambulance? Where's your arm?
Miss, his arm was severed in a crash. This man is Wayne Coyne. He has a disturbing protuberance on his leg, and we've been trying to get him to the hospital.
Get in the car, I'll take you there.
There's certainly plenty of room for all of us back here. Must be one of those Centennial Cadillacs. There's a guitar case back here, too. Miss, can I ask your name?
I'm Eleanor Friedberger. And it's a Buick, actually. I rented it in Oklahoma City.
Oh, where do you come from, Miss Friedberger?
New York City.
Well, what do you do for a living?
Hey, sorry, but can you roll down the window or something back there? Your armhole is squirting blood all over my car's interior. It's a rental.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Scott's arm is still bleeding profusely out of a hole in the shoulder. It looks terrible. We're gonna have to find a way to clog up the hole.
Okay, wait. Let me take my blouse off. I'll wrap it around your hole.
That helps with the bleeding. But now you have no shirt and you're half naked.
Hang on. Let me snap a pic for my Twitter feed. I have more than 60,000 followers, you know.
I can't believe I picked up the flaming lips on the side of the road.
We were in this MEDIVAC helicopter on our way to the hospital, and the pilot, who was Will Sheff, played Wayne this song, and then we crashed.
Will Sheff's song was making me feel a lot better, though. But then the crash made me feel worse.
This is so weird. I'm on tour right now because I just put out a solo record. I'm driving around the USA promoting it, and this is like my only day off for months. I decided to drive into Oklahoma to check it out. And wait, is your arm okay back there?
It's fine, thank you.
You're listening to Wayne Coyne's Human Head-Shaped Tumor, a co-production of KCRW and McSweeney's.
Hey, do you guys like public radio?
For U.S. Radio News, I'm Matt Frassica.
And I'm Rachael Myrow. An outbreak of a new kind of tumor is raising concern among epidemiologists and oncologists. The growths, which appear on patients' legs, look like human heads. Just a warning, the following story contains graphic descriptions. Jack Hitt reports.
Wayne, they're talking about your condition.
Dr. Samantha MENDELL, an oncologist at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York City, has treated nearly every kind of cancer there is, but she's never seen a tumor like this.
The first time I saw it, I had to compose myself. My first thought was, this tumor looked like Mickey Rooney's face.
The tumor had appeared overnight and was growing fast. Dr. MENDELL's colleagues agreed. It looked like a human head. Within weeks, Dr. MENDELL had seen scores of patients with similar human head-shaped growths. As far as they could tell, this was a new kind of tumor, and they gave it a name, pseudocephaloma, or head-like growth.
They don't all look like famous actors. One man kept fainting because his tumor reminded him of his high school wrestling coach.
And it's not an isolated outbreak. The Center for Disease Control in Atlanta estimates that there have been as many as 500,000 cases across the nation in the past few weeks. Uda SMALLSON is one of Dr. MENDELL's pseudocephaloma patients.
It started in the morning. It must have grown overnight. I noticed a throbbing pain in my left leg. I touched it. It felt like a porcelain doll's head pushing up through my quadriceps.
The strangest thing about SMALLSON's face-like growth? It could talk.
At first, it was just a faint murmuring, like a quiet party in a room downstairs. It got louder.
SMALLSON is a middle school piano teacher, and though the data are sketchy, anecdotal reports suggest the tumors are especially prevalent among artsy types, sculptors, writers, musicians. Oncologists in Atlanta have stumbled upon an unusual form of treatment: music.
That's why that song made you feel better.
It appears to be the only effective way to extract the tumors.
We've been blasting whale songs, Gregorian chants, and sea shanties directly into the growths.
Dr. MENDELL is offering musical treatment to all her patients, but SMALLSON made a startling decision. She wants to keep her tumor.
To me, it looks like a young Tilda Swinton.
I know
SMALLSON
exactly
is
how
not
she
alone.
feels.
In Brooklyn, a new generation of activists has championed the cause. Ethicist Harold GREENMAN says it's time for society to consider pseudocephaloma civil rights.
I'm not saying we should turn these patients away or put them on palliative care, but I think we have to consider the possibility that these pseudocephalomas deserve moral status as individuals. They're not just blind masses of inchoate cells. They can talk, for crying out loud.
In the past week, groups representing the rights of pseudocephalomas have started picketing in front of hospitals like Sloan Kettering. Until the ethical questions get resolved, Dr. MENDELL can't try the most aggressive therapies at her disposal.
It's a waiting game. If we let them go untreated now, will we need to play Judas Priest to get them out later?
Epidemiologists across the country are watching for the answer and trying to learn as much as they can in case the outbreak spreads. For U.S. Radio News, I'm Jack Hitt in New York.
Wow, what an amazing story.
Miss Friedberger, I noticed your guitar case back here. Are you a musician?
Yes, I am.
Well, what kind of music do you make? Jazz? Country western?
Well, let me show you. Wayne, maybe this will make your tumor feel better.
Looks like Eleanor Friedberger's taking out her guitar. Michelle Martin Coyne's going to take the steering wheel while Eleanor serenades Wayne Coyne's human head-shaped tumor.
You and me could go on and on and on and on, but it's not enough to not get along. And when you see my face and you see it's changed, you can't replace. No, the years we can't rearrange. I won't fall apart on you tonight, but I don't know what tomorrow may bring. I won't fall apart on you tonight, but I don't know what tomorrow may bring. What could have been is a sad old song. It's one I don't sing, and I won't hum along. Well, that's nothing new, and that's nothing bad. Oh, it's just the same. But that's not what we came here to say or to do. I won't fall apart on you tonight, but I don't know what tomorrow may bring. I won't fall apart on you tonight, but I don't know what tomorrow may bring. Outside in the wind and rain, my hands are wet, and I can't explain why there's nothing wrong with long goodbyes. If we could only keep our mouths and our eyes dry. I won't fall apart on you tonight.
Uh-oh, there's a family of beavers up ahead in the middle of the road. I don't think Michelle sees them. We might collide with that family of beavers.
Watch out!
Oh, we've survived another crash. This time in Eleanor Friedberger's car. Hey, are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're all
right.
fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Not me. I lost my arm.
Yeah, in the helicopter crash, we're talking about the car crash. I'm the one with the face-shaped mass on my leg that apparently has the ability to talk and maybe even has feelings. Scott, this is not about your arm. This is about my tumor.
Darn it, it won't start.
It seems Eleanor's car is totaled. Everybody's okay, but we're gonna have to find another way to the hospital. We're making our way down the side of a hillock. See some kind of a frontage down here. There's a lone man whistling a tune by the side of a tree near a pond in a covered wagon. He's holding a rudimentary fishing pole and chewing something moist and organic.
Song I'm whistling is winking on the insides, and the chip I'm chewing is a damn cigar. Though I've been chewing it so long, I understand why you might mistake it for a chip.
Hi, sir. We're trying to get to the...
Son, nobody's called me sir since the doctor that brought me out as a baby from my mama called all the babies he brought out sir. I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now. You call me Kevin.
Kevin, my name's Richard Parks. This man's Wayne Coyne. He has a tumor on his leg. He needs immediate assistance.
That's funny. Thought you might be more worried about your friend over there with the one-arm situation.
I was going to mention Scott's armhole. Both of these men are in terrible shape. We need to get to the...
Also, you got yourself a topless lady there. Were you going to mention her? How's about an introduction, son?
Okay, Kevin, this is Michelle. Kevin, we need to get to the hospital. Do you have any way of getting there?
Haven't you noticed Andy and Alice?
All I can see here is the pond and your wagon and some donkeys.
Donkey.
Are they not donkeys?
Oh, son, these are the two finest asses in the plains. Andy and Alice have dragged me from Barstow to Boston and back in this here covered wagon. I love these asses, but you want a hospital, and I know one. But I can't go sharing the contents of my high-quality brain to every ragtag crew that comes wandering down from the highway looking for transport. I need to feed my asses, and they can't dine on mere interstate weeds alone. The point I'm arriving at is, if you had some more valuable greens to offer, they might be more inclined to haul you folks to the doctor.
Valuable greens? Do you mean...
I'm talking about medical marijuana.
Oh, well, I don't know if we have any...
Now, I'm just pulling your pooper. I don't mean that kind of weed. I'm talking about cash.
Oh, okay. That's definitely more doable. What do you guys think? Could we spare, like, $200 for a ride to the hospital?
For 200 tiny acres of the finest U.S. sweetgrass? That'll do just fine. There's a little love seat in the back for the injured folks. The rest of you can sit up front with me.
Whoa. You got a CB radio?
You betcha. I got everything you might think to need on this here rolling marvelment. Hop on in, you'll see. That's it. This way. Careful. Up you go. Watch out for the kittens. Have a seat right here. Yes, that's it. Come on up, little lady. Okay, asses of mine. Let's head to the hospital. Yeah, giddy up.
This man Kevin's wagon is loaded from top to bottom with all manner of things. Looks like a traveling junk store almost.
Richard, I'm what people call a hobo. Hobos sometimes have wagons laden with marvelments. Yes, I have many, many things here. Odds and ends, really. Pencils and pens, lovely wooden matches for your fireplace or stove, shoelaces, socks, refrigerator magnets, pogs, magic cards.
Can't believe how much stuff you've managed to pack in here. Is that a basket of kittens?
I seem to put up a litter of kittens for adoption every week, and every week I find myself riding with a new litter of kittens.
I don't think I've ever seen a happier basket of kittens. You see the way that white one put its paws around the brown one's head?
Yeah, he does that all the time. It's not a big deal. Is that fellow okay back there?
We're not sure. He has a growth on his leg. It looks like a human head.
Ah, the tumor face. I know all about it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Peepaw Grimshaw had one of those.
We were just hearing this fascinating piece on the radio about how cases have been cropping up all over the country. Maybe this Peepaw Grimshaw character is another undocumented case.
You don't know nothing about Peepaw. Me and Peepaw are like gay lovers, only without the sex. We do everything together, except the sex, as I said. I guess you could call us best friends. One day, we were at a marble quarry near Cheyenne, one with a wonderful little swimming hole, and we were stripped down to our shorts. I noticed a big, facey lump on his naked thighs. "Why, Peepaw," I said, "what's happening there on yonder thigh?" "It growed there last night," he did retort. "Well, it looks like a human person," I told him, and he did agree. It commenced to throbbing and aching and bothering him something awful. Something akin to what your friend back there seems to be hurting from. Well, I didn't think too much about it. And then a few weeks later, we were fishing at that very pond where I met you folks, listening to the truckers talk on my CB radio. Well, one trucker said over the line that he just won tickets to see Robert Plant and Allison Krauss on a giveaway, but his baby girl had a ballet recital or some such nonsense, and so he couldn't go. So he thought he'd do the good thing and ask if anyone on the Choo Choo channel wanted the tickets. Well, me and Peepaw were just about scrambling and crawling all over each other to get to the radio to call in that we wanted them tickets. We almost broke the damn thing in half trying to call back, but eventually we did, and we got the tickets. And the next night we were at the Tingley Coliseum in Albuquerque taking in the show. It was about halfway through the performance, and they were in the middle of a Body Knows to Wink, or whatever it's called, which is just a beautiful number the way they do it, when Peepaw starts rolling up his pants leg. "Peepaw, hush," I hissed at him. A body starts to winking in such a tender song, and I didn't want Peeps to ruin it with shenanigans. But he points silent and somber down at this tumor face, and then points back to me, indicated that I should look at that sector of his leg. Well, I followed Peepaw's point, and wouldn't you know it, but that little head growing on his leg was jamming out harder than anyone in the whole Tingley Coliseum to that song. I mean, it was jamming hard, doing little grooving moves with its face, tight little smile of rock and roll appreciation, all the kind of nods and shakes of the head that true rockers know to do when the song and the groove is just right together. If that thing had fingers, you know it'd have been snapping, or at least sort of patting its jeans along with the rhythm. Peep just shook his head in marvelment and slowly rolled his pants back down. Well, I didn't know what to say. But later that night, back in the wiki-up, when Peeps and I was shucking off our trousers and preparing to get some shut-eye if it wasn't the darndest thing, that old tumor face had extricated itself from Peep's leg and was commenced to be jostling about like a loose melon in his pants leg. The thing had just growed up in the thigh and then plopped itself right out on the 10th floor, a-mumbling and a-carrying on. We did keep it, on account that it could talk and all. Hey, son, hand me one of those kittens.
Okay. Here you go. Here's one.
Thank you, son. Hey, kitty. Hey, do you like my story? Do you like these new friends we made, kitty? You know, kitty, we're going to need to say goodbye soon. We're almost at the hospital. Whoa, 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 Andy. Whoa there, Alice. Well, we've arrived at the hospital. Y'all can receive your treatments for the face tumor and the no arm right through that doorway there. Of course, I don't know what you'll do with the topless lady.
Well, thanks so much for getting us here. Here's the cash.
Weren't no problem. Here, take this little kitty with you on your adventure. It might come in handy.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Kevin. Bye-bye.
You're listening to Wayne Coyne's Human Head-Shaped Tumor. It's a co-production of KCRW and McSweeney's. This is 89.9 KCRW and KCRW.com.
Finally, after a MEDIVAC crash, a car crash, an exhilarating hobo voyage, we've arrived at the emergency room with Wayne Coyne, who's seeking treatment for a human head-shaped tumor on his leg.
Ah, thank goodness you made it. We have a room ready for you. Come right this way. Okay, here's your room. You're entitled to free refills of kombucha poppers. Your doctor will be with you shortly.
Who's the attending doctor here?
I'm the attending doctor here.
Hi, sir. My name's Richard Parks. I'm a reporter. What's your name?
I'm Bill Callahan, and I'm the doctor.
We covered one of your songs once. It turned out nice. What, you're a doctor, too?
Mm-hmm. Only recently did I heed the calling to practice the apothecary arts. It started with Hippocrates and the Islamics, Avicenna, and so forth. They're far more advanced than our own white coats. The study of single-ingested humors in a balance of environmental temperatures to create an equilibrium that's far more precise than a thermometer could ascertain. What's a heartbeat? I don't understand your shiny tools sometimes. Did you realize that everyone you know someday will die? But the hope of health.
The doctor's consulting Wayne Coyne's medical history.
Mr. Coyne, Mr. Lips. His humors are low, or perhaps too high. We must run a series of tests. Erythrocyte sedimentation rate, bile, yellow bile, phlegm and the buffy coat, sanguine, choleric, etc. The human body is truly amazing. Here the soul, there the lung, here the hip bone. All must be held in a perfect balance. A bitter taste or a thirst that won't quench. We soak him in a thick, spiced bath water. Dry skin and scalp the same. Insomnia in summertime, perhaps bloodletting is necessary. If he does not take a bowl of rice, we hold a single hot pepper against his cerebral cortex.
Wayne Coyne's tumor seems to be making noises, little muffled mumblings.
See? Like the guy on the radio said, my leg's like mumbling or something.
Oh, I've never seen anything quite like this.
Hey, Bill, what's it look like?
Yes. It's massive. Mucusy. Could be bladyscrasia, coupled with a not insignificant bout of dementia. We could treat that with a bunch of bay leaves from Uttar Pradesh. A surplus of yellow bile. For that I'd prescribe a pint glass of syrup of ipecac or copper sulfate. But if it's a... Oh no.
Wayne Coyne's heart monitor is going crazy. Something's wrong.
Bile forming around the mass quickly.
There's some kind of bile oozing out of Wayne Coyne's tumor.
The mass bears a striking resemblance to a guy I played a show with once in that band. Grizzly bears?
You mean grizzly bear?
It's morphing, twisting. It smells disgusting.
Bill Callahan's taking out his guitar. It looks like he's going to try to decrease the bile oozing out of Wayne Coyne's tumor with a song.
The real people went away. I'll find a better word someday. Leaving only me and my dreams, my cattle and a resonator. I drove all the beasts down right under your nose, the lumbering, footloose power, the bull and the rose. Don't touch them. Don't try to hurt them. My cattle I drove them by the crops and thought the crops were lost. I consoled myself with rudimentary thoughts, and I set my watch against the city clock. It was way off. Yeah, one thing about this wild, wild, wild country, it takes a strong, strong, it breaks a strong, strong mind. Yeah, one thing about this wild, wild, wild country, it takes a strong, strong, it breaks a strong, strong mind. And anything less makes me feel like I'm wasting my time. But the pain and frustration is not mine. It belongs to the cattle through the valley.
The song seems to be working. Wayne Coyne's tumor almost seems to be wearing an expression of contentment.
And when my cattle turns on me, I was not back flat. I was knocked out cold for one clack of the train track, and I rose a colossal hand, buried in sand. For I am in the end the doctor by trade. And when my cattle turns on me, I am a doctor, double fold. My cattle bears it all the way for me and everyone.
Wayne Coyne seems to have fallen asleep. Dr. Bill Callahan's song seems to be working wonders.
One thing about this wild, wild, wild country, it takes a strong, strong, it breaks a strong, strong mind. And anything less makes me feel like I'm wasting my time.
With his song finished, Dr. Bill Callahan is slowly backing out of the room, step by step. His head hung, his guitar limp at his side. Goodbye, Dr. Callahan.
Hey, Michelle?
Oh, Droz, thank God you're here.
Stephen Droz, the multi-instrumentalist, arranger, and songwriter in the Flaming Lips, has entered the room.
You just missed Bill Callahan.
I know. I passed him in the hall. I've been downstairs talking to the hospital. They said Callahan's performance was mere anesthetic.
Well, it worked. He fell fast asleep.
Look at that tumor. It looks so peaceful. Is it snoring? Actually, does it look kind of like the guy from Grizzly Bear? Well, the real surgeon is coming now to remove the tumor. I guess these things require unusual treatments. I think it's something about audio frequencies that will simultaneously soothe and shatter the tumor's feelings? I guess it's shaped like a human head because it really is one, and apparently has a consciousness and feelings and preferences.
We've heard about this kind of sound therapy, but so far no music has extracted the tumor. Can you tell us anything else about this procedure?
Well, the surgeon is going to blast it with this sort of sound surgery. The vibrations go through his skin and kind of pull the tumor out through his leg pores. I don't really understand it. The surgeon is some genius protege or something.
What's his name, this genius protege sound surgeon?
His name is Nico Muhly. How do you say it? Is that right?
You mean Muhly? Is that how you pronounce it?
Hello, my name is Nico Muhly. I'm a composer and sound surgeon, and I'm going to be working with Wayne today. You all have nothing to worry about. Wayne Coyne is going to be fine. Oh my god, I forgot my equipment. I'll be right back.
This is unbelievable.
He's an awesome composer.
I hope he's an awesome surgeon, too.
You're listening to Wayne Coyne's Human Head-Shaped Tumor from KCRW and McSweeney's.
The sound surgeon is wheeling into the room a large mechanical apparatus. Certainly doesn't look like the typical surgeon's kit. All kinds of wires all over it.
Make sure we've got maximum speed on that terminal. And can I get a Pilsner or a glass of water or something? It's really hot. And then we'll be all set. Sir, you there, I need...
My name is Scott Booker. I'm the band's manager.
Excellent, Scott Booker. If you could just grab this cable and run it under the bed just like this, I'd be eternally grateful.
Okay.
Nico, this looks more like something Radiohead might bring on stage than a piece of medical equipment.
You're right. You see, the thing about a benign pseudocephaloma, or what you guys have probably been calling a human head-shaped tumor, is that it's desperate for sound. The challenge is to find the precise sound it needs, and Wayne's body has been literally begging him to hear live music. And in order to release its hold on him, or whatever it's latched onto, it needs live music, preferably the highest quality, all original tracks, never before released, that kind of stuff.
Okay, I think I'm starting to understand. Bill Callahan just sang a song that he had recorded before, but it had some new lyrics in it. Certainly did some good by putting Wayne to sleep, but it didn't get the tumor out of him.
Bill's an anesthesiologist, and rewritten lyrics are cool and work for that sort of thing. But for extraction, it's important that the growth not be accustomed to the songs, so pre-recorded tracks or already released material doesn't work. It needs to be live, and new, and exclusive. And genre is incredibly important too, we're finding. Since this condition began, has Wayne been treated with anything other than acoustic sort of alternative folk rock?
I guess not. We had Eleanor Friedberger, Will Sheff.
What song did Dr. Callahan play? Was it Drover?
It was, but he changed the lyric to Doctor.
Excellent. That means the tumor is completely anesthetized. Right about now, Wayne's feeling no pain. But to get this pseudocephaloma out of his leg, we're going to need to do something a little more avant-garde.
The sound surgeon's revving up his machine. It's covered in wheels and levers, wires coming in and out of it everywhere. It's got these old-timey looking fans on it and little modern-looking laser flangers as well.
You're encouraged to applaud at the end, but I'll need everyone to be very quiet while I perform the operation. No conversation while I'm composing, and all cell phones should be off. Stop it. No. It didn't work. It was too subtle for Wayne.
Wayne appreciates classical music, or whatever that was. If you want to get under his skin, there needs to be more rock. My buddy Wayne Coyne is a true blue rock and roll hombre.
We have technicians on staff. I know precisely what we need. Time is of the essence while it's still softened. Attention, urgent. Crowd minimal noise technicians needed immediately on Ward 3. Flaming lips pseudocephaloma is in critical softness repose, unresponsive to atonality or alt country.
This rules!
Nico, you called?
Bobby, that was fast.
We were right next door. The Gypsy Kings had metastasized inside of Eddie Vedder's thorax. We shredded them right out. We'll be playing in 90 seconds or less.
Excellent. Hurry up. The tumor's already wincing from the sound of all this talk.
Hey guys, we're Oneida. I hope we can help. 1, 2, 3.
Writhing in time with the music. Hair is forming on the surface of the growth. Oh, God! Oh! The tumor's pushing its way through the tear. Nearly a third of the way out. His hair covering part of it. Okay, it's coming out more. It's almost all the way out. Leave my body!
What I did for Oneida is putting on surgical gloves and approaching Wayne's leg. He's reaching into the tear and guiding the tumor out. It's definitely a human head.
Behold!
Behold!
That's the head that was inside my leg.
The tumor that Oneida just extracted from Wayne Coyne's leg with a song appears to be a Caucasian male head, early 30s, black hair, with a long, elegant nose. Wayne's now cradling the head to his chest like a newborn.
You were inside me, little buddy. Was that you causing so much trouble? You sure did cause a lot of problems for me. But now look at you.
The tumor's making noises. It seems to be forming full words.
Like hangs that I just kind of shimmied my way down to like more stable ground.
It looks like Dr. Bill Callahan was right. The tumor lodged inside Wayne Coyne's leg is in fact the head of Edward Drosty, the lead singer from Grizzly Bear.
I was sort of enjoying myself. I mean, he never asked
Is that
me
right?
if I liked Tangerine.
This whole time it was you,
Not a big fan
Ed
of
from
Eddie,
Grizzly Bear, inside
but it was
of me.
Really just like rolling around. And
So, Tumor, what did it feel like in there? Can you describe it for me?
It's really hot in there. The suits. It's a lot of clothing in Oklahoma in the summer. No shorts, no flip-flops. I seriously should have just like grown inside like a random like frat boy's leg or something.
Isn't he something?
A lot more aeration.
It doesn't make any sense, but I guess they were right. Head-shaped tumors are like little people lodged inside of you just waiting to come out. All you have to do is play the right kind of music. But what are we going to do with this guy?
Heat stroke. Is Wayne Coyne my daddy? Wayne, are you my daddy? Are you? I'm your baby boy.
Sure, guy. Anything you say.
Hold me. Bill.
Can I hold him?
Sure, sweetie. Be careful.
Wait a minute. I know your face. I've seen your shows. You're a little jerk, you know that? You tried to kill Wayne. Do you have any idea the kind of pain you caused him? How worried I've been?
Oh, God.
Scott lost his arm because of you. You're gonna pay.
Sweetie, calm down. You're hurting him.
He hurt you, and now I'm gonna hurt him.
No! Can't you see? He was part of me. And now that he's out, that doesn't just go away. He came out through music. He came out through love. He needs love. He deserves respect. I don't want to hurt him. I want to sing for him.
I want to sing for him too.
Hey, hand me that guitar. I don't know if this tumor realizes how much it means to me. Are you ready, guys?
Ready.
Here we go. Oh, look at him. There he goes. Oh, oh, you have the most beautiful face.
The tumor is glowing. It's lifting off the ground. It's headed towards an open window. It almost seems to be...
And you're floating in space. Oh, yes. Oh, you were once growing in my leg. Oh, yes. You were part of me. But now I must say goodbye. Goodbye. And instead of just saying
The tumor's floating away towards the horizon. It's picking up speed.
you were tumor once, that much is true. And though you caused me pain, I still love you. You're floating now, but you're just ahead. There he goes. I feel better. But I feel sad. You're part of me, but now I must say goodbye. But instead of just saying goodbye, I will say you were a tumor once, that much is true. You caused me pain, but I still love you. You're floating now, but you're just ahead. How do you do it? Oh, Ed. Little head. Oh, Ed. Little head. Oh, you have the most beautiful face. Oh, Ed.
You've been listening to Wayne Coyne's Human Head-Shaped Tumor, a special radio event co-produced by KCRW and McSweeney's. It was produced and written by Richard Parks along with Andrew Leland. Rich Bologna did the sound design. The recording engineer at KCRW is J.C. Swadek. Thanks to Dave Eggers, Vendella Vita, and The Flaming Lips. In December, look out for a new podcast called The Organist. It's a co-production of KCRW and the McSweeney's publication, The Believer magazine.